Okay, so welcome back to Gumardee's Coins and Banknotes, and even with my glasses, I'm a bit blind. So today we're looking at the 1944 Threepence coin, and that is the last coin that was minted in 92.5% silver. So they skipped the next 2 years, so 1945-46 there was no coins minted. Then in 1947 they started minting the 50% silver. But it's better than New Zealand because they had 50% silver, and then in 1947 they just skipped copper and nickel. So obviously if you use these coins in New Zealand, they would have been worth more than the actual value just in the metal. Okay, so there were 32 million of these buggers minted, and all of them were minted in San Francisco, so they should have the S mint mark. If it doesn't have the S mint mark, it's most likely a die fill, as far as I know. So I have put it against a 5-cent coin just to show a size comparison. So this is the smallest coin that Australia did mint, and it's even smaller than the 1 cent, although I'm using a Papua New Guinea one toa, but this replaced the Australian 1 cent. It's just a little bit thinner, same size. So as you can see, the coin is smaller. So a lot of these would have easily got lost, and I wouldn't be surprised if people find a lot of them when they metal detect. Although they are probably not easy to pick up. So, but I've never done metal detecting, that's just my bullshit. Okay, so basically we just have the design by Mr. George Kruger Gray, so that's why it has the K and the G, that's the initials of the designer. We have the S mint mark, Threepence, Australia. These were first minted in 1938, and on the front of the coin always is the portrait of the reigning monarch, and this is George VI, and that was the Thomas Paget design, and this design was also used on the UK coins and Canada, unlike the previous George V, which are the UK used different coins that they than the ones they used on other issuers. So basically that's all for this coin in as an introduction. Okay, so as for the metal value, this one is 1.41 grams of 92.5% silver, so it's about $2 in value. So if they're going to issue a silver coin that has an equivalent value of $2, it'll be the size of a Threepence coin, and the $1 would just be a large piece of base metal crap now. Okay, so this one seems to have a little die crack, it looks like, going from a reef to the rim. And die cracks and cuds are very common on these coins, depending on what you're looking for. But what we are mainly focusing on is the date and also the S mint mark. So the varieties you can find. So for the first four, there is a wide and a thin downstroke. So you need to get a few coins to see if you can actually pick this up. So we'll see if we can find any of them now. Okay. This one looks like it's actually quite wider than this coin. Okay, so I've seen an image of it. All these are actually thin. The wide one, the actual gap in between the four is actually quite small. So that's how you'd tell if it's a wide or thin. So I don't have that type of variety. Maybe it's an error, depending if it's the actual die's been broken or if it's just an engraving. Okay, so the next thing we're looking at is the sheriffs on the S. So the S mint mark, you can see how both of the ends of them are thickened, so that's a sheriff on each of these. So what you're looking for is ones with no sheriff, and they seem to be very scarce. Numista does have that variety that classes as Type 1 and Type 2. The Type 1 has sheriffs, and the Type 2 has no sheriffs. And okay, so basically what we're looking at, this is the coin with the sheriffs, and these are the sheriffs that come down here. This is the one without the sheriffs, so it looks like it's been engraved, or probably re-engraved, and it looks really terrible. And if you turn it over, you can actually see the two types of coins. So that's what you're looking for in the actual Threepence with the sheriffs. Another thing you can find, you can see it faintly on this one, is ghosting on the coin. And ghosting only it occurs when there's actually a clash of the dies. So here we have the ghosting on the front of the coin, and that's from the design on the back. And sometimes you can see ghosting of the head coming through, so this one does have a little bit. So not very scarce. What you need is a really clear image. So if you're looking for pricings, so this one's probably very fine, close to EF, and in that case it's probably worth about $4 to $5. These ones are not too hard to get, 32 million. And if you wanted to get one in fine condition, well, that's just going to be bullion value. Then we have uncirculated, probably paying about $50 to $100 for one of those coins. So once again, if you want to look for values, look for sold values on eBay. It's not the best, but it's the best that we can find. Or because a lot of auction houses are not going to sell these because of the low value. Or you can find sold values on some websites that do sell coins. Although a lot of people do put a listing on and then they end it, which gives you a false reading, and a lot of that happens on eBay. So that's why you need to just take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, hope this helps you with your Threepence coins. So the last year of the 92.5% silver, so silver sterling, and just a nice small coin for you to get into your collection. I'd like to say thank you. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time.